Welcome, and if you're following the hype and everything that's happening right now in the tech space, you will just find out that Apple just released the Airpod Max. And it created very much of a maximum splash in the tech space because Apple did the right thing by polarizing the community yet again with their newest product, and we're going to get into that today. So, first of all, to look at the new AirPods Max. When you hear AirPods, you think headphones that go into your ears. You don't think overhead headphones, but these exactly what these guys are. They're overhead headphones, the first that Apple have made, and they come in colors that are very relatable because they are actually the same ones that in their new phone line brands. So we have the silver, we have the space gray, which is actually a really nice gray. It has that feel that makes it look like a spaceship that was black but became gray as it moved up. It has a nice futuristic airish vibe that Apple was really good at getting out. Then the sky blue, which is actually a deep blue in the head cuff with the light blue on the ear cups. And we have a pink color, which is actually a red headband and a pink strap for the ear cups, which is actually a really nice touch. And the green, which is an off green, like an OD green kind of feel, shows Apple is thinking about colors. This is the first time they're introducing colors into their lineup. So why is this important? Why is this Apple's new device actually creating so many polarizing effects? For one thing, it has active noise cancelling. It has a spatial audio with dynamic head tracking. This has to do with how easily it is to just turn your head and you can hear the audio from a different source. With these different sources, what you have is a dynamic experience that rivals nothing yet you have seen on the market. And Apple has been working on these technologies in other devices, and that's how they bring it to you here. So, what sensors do we have on this new AirPod Max, you may ask? Well, we have the optical sensor, and we have positional sensors, case detector sensors, accelerometers, and gyroscopes. Now, all these are fancy words. All this tells you that Apple really put in a lot of time and effort into making this device one of the best you can ever find in terms of functionality. As far as microphones are concerned, it has 9 microphones in total, 8 microphones for active noise cancelling and 3 for voice pickup. So 2 shared with active noise cancelling and 1 additional microphone. So this tells you that these guys are serious about their sound quality, and I predict that this will end up having one of the best sounds you can have from a headphone that you can speak through, like for calls on the phone and other things. So the chips are the Apple H1 chips. As usual, you expect to see 2 of them. And what else you expect is the full immersive experience of Apple ecosystem. So the H1 chip is designed to help the pairing between an iPhone, an iPad, or any other Apple device and these pair of headphones. Now the catch is that this requires the technology to be of a newer brand, and that way it gets interesting and funky because the devices compatible with this new AirPods Max are from the iPad, new iPad Air, iPad Pro, iPhone 12 minis, all the way to iPhone 6s, which is a kind of a bummer because it doesn't support the earlier versions of iPhones, which actually makes sense because of the iOS 12 and every other thing that has been excluded from iPhone 6. So Apple is slowly fading away all the older iPhones, giving room for their new lineup to grow and progress. The iPad Mini 4 is unfortunately the oldest iPad Mini that is allowed into this new ecosystem they're building. Apple Watches, the series, all the series are supported, plus the SE 1 through 6. Apple TVs on there, MacBook Pros, and MacBooks are actually more lenient because all the way up to 2012, the MacBook Pro Retina display mid-2012, it's still on there, and later on, of course, it's still there. iPad Touch, the 7th generation, is the only generation supported. And iPad Max, it's on their website, it says that they have the environment in mind. AirPod Max are designed with the following features to reduce environmental impact: bromate flame retardant free, PVC free, and beryllium free, which is actually good. And we go into the other specs that you guys need to know. The crown. So the crown is actually the factor that stands out. It's a wheel that it's similar to the one on the Apple Watches, and it is very similar. So the technology was transferred over here, and that actually makes for a seamless audio experience. You can tap the button once to play, tap it twice to go back, 3 times You get the drill. It has the regular functionality, and you can hold down to activate Siri, your voice assistant. So now the only thing that really comes in and is really odd about this thing is the price. Before I get there, let's talk about the weight. It's a 134.5 grams, which is light, and its case looks like you're carrying a purse. So that's a nice touch, I guess. So now let's talk about the price, because that's where people are going to be turned off. Like up till now, you might say, yes, I like everything I see. And then it's when you hit the price barrier, which you've already seen the tags already on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you are. $549. Now that's not a small price tag, and that is definitely not something that many people will want to shell out of their pockets, because literally right there you already have half of a new iPhone, or should I say you're already 80% towards getting the new Mac, the one without the screen and everything else. So at this point, the price is not actually very friendly. But here, let me tell you something which you actually might know and don't know. See, this device was not meant for you. This device was never targeted towards you, because when you have other products like the Sony XM-W2 if I can get the names right. I think Sony is a bit more believing now, but Sony XM4, WH1000 XM4s. If you want to get those, you can get those for $279. That's about $280, which is still very expensive. But the fact that they are so much cheaper than the AirPods Max makes them a lot more appealing. But this device was actually created and geared towards YouTubers, content creators, and exclusives. And now why I say this is because many people won't have the money to shell out on a device that only works on Apple devices. If it was cross-platform and same functionality, maybe you could spend that much money. But this guy is not really offering you any special features like mixing capabilities or any extra special sound quality that make it like the best audiophile headphones. This is just offering you some active noise cancellation and some premium luxury features, basically like the Lexus of smartphones and tech. So Apple know what they're doing. They're pricing their products a bit higher, and what the trend is going to be is that people who are going to buy this device are YouTubers, tech enthusiasts, tech reviewers, anyone who's interested in tech for the future, anyone who wants to buy into the new ecosystems of the future, anyone who really has the cash to spend and would really want an Apple device that connects seamlessly with the H1 chip. And if that's you, you can go ahead and get it, and probably the odds are you're not just thinking about it, you've already pre-ordered it, which is actually cool. But if you're everyone else, don't get mad because Apple priced their product too high. It's okay. Just go get something else, or don't get anything at all. Just wait till the trend is right, or the years have passed and all these technology have faded away a bit more and the prices are more relatable. But if you are into the market for one of these guys and the price is a factor, then the Apple AirPods Max are not for you. But if you already have the money and you just wanted a confirmation video to tell you this is the best AirPods in the world, hey, go ahead, right ahead. I never really liked the AirPods first design, but many people got them because it had this exclusive feel, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen with AirPods Max. So that's the end of the review for the AirPods Max. It hasn't yet come on stores yet. It hasn't yet hit the market. It hasn't yet been released. It has been dropped, but the shipping dates will depend on how COVID-19 treats the Apple Center and care and everything. So we'll find out how steady this thing, how durable this device is, how much better the sound quality has gotten over the Beats products, which are still under the Apple label. And as we do all these findings, we will be communicating with you. The idea from this video is not that you go out and buy it, is that you just stay informed and up to date about what's happening in the tech spectrum, in the music spectrum, because that way you can have more talking points and more things in common with those who you deal with and those who are important to you and your business. Okay, thank you very much for tuning in, and that's all we have for today's episode, and see you next time.